touch the sky. Well, you cry out and you don't know why. Yeah. Come on now, let your feet fly. Come on now, let's go for a ride. Come on now, let your feet fly. Oh, let it fly. Come on, come on.
Yeah.
This is still Izzy Dakota Jones. I'm still Ash Wednesday. This is still the Red Couch.
And this is Richard.
Richard McCormick here on
Yep.
from Seattle.
Yeah, outside Seattle way. So tell me, Richard, what's happening? How's the music thing going for you these days?
Oh, it's not too bad. Actually, it's actually things still picking up. I mean, they had a stretch there in summertime for a lot of good entertainment during the summer. Winter usually slow down, after New Year's.
Yeah.
It starts to pick up again. As far as the shows and stuff like that. It's a little cold, but I think they're all right.
Good, good. So during the summer, you had lots of gigs. Did you do a lot of festivals and outdoor stuff this year?
Yeah, a lot of stuff between, actually it was pretty close by, Tacoma, Issaquah, the fairs, all that kind of stuff. And I enjoy the fairs because it's just a fun place to be just by itself.
Yeah, yeah. You guys.
So it's a good vibe.
I like the fairs down there. You have lots of them. You have the Evergreen State Fair. You have the Washington State Fair. You have lots of them, don't you?
Yeah.
And some of them.
Yeah, and the big. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, Richard. Some of them go all year round, don't they?
They usually, I think, the ones that I know of, like the Evergreen, I think that's like 3 weekends. I'm pretty sure it's 3
Okay.
weekends, and then same one I guess with that you see the Puyallup there and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Puyallup is another one. That's right.
We did the Puyallup. We've done, or I think so, every year for I don't know, past 3 or 4 years.
Right on.
And that's a fun place, and it's close. It's actually close to where I live, so it's
Yeah.
actually, but it's really nice. You got plenty of parking, for us. You play the park and an easy way out, easy way in.
Yeah.
But it's always it's a beautiful day, that type of thing, and food's close by, and you can't beat it. And you've got, they have entertainment everywhere. It's just everybody seems to be in a good mood, which is a good thing, place to be.
Yeah, that is.
That is fun.
Space-wise.
Yeah, good food down there too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
you can't beat fair food. Fair food. I mean, I'm serious. Fair food's pretty good. For the most.
Yeah, but we got a few places that we had played outdoors. Summertime, I like the outdoor thing. It's I don't know, more of a festive vibe to it. But up north, Coastal Way, up Bellingham and some of the cities out there, and the Connors and all that kind of stuff. That was kind of fun, that play out there, and so. And I'm glad because now we're in the indoor thing because now we're indoors.
Yeah.
It's really cold out.
It's cold today, man.
It's cold today, I think, in the northwest period, isn't it? I mean, like all the way up here and all the way down where you are. Yeah. So how about what's the scene like in Seattle these days? Is it there? I mean, compared to say up here, there's not as much is going on. Is there still a fair amount of? What I see, there's a lot still going on down there, right? For the live music.
And I was pretty surprised. They even have a weekend. What I like about I caught it on a Sunday one time. It's a weekend show about the bands in Seattle, and actually
that's cool.
they interview the bands, and they give the history of how it started and stuff like that. And it's actually it's quite interesting, and there's such a variety of music, a lot more than I do. I had no clue, the variety they have. But it's Sunday night, it's kind of like the Seattle scene or something like that. Because I remember when I got up here, I thought, that they came up and, music scene's dead now, I think it was, and I don't think the date myself, but it was like, oh, yes, right,
Yeah.
And but no, it was actually going pretty strong. And the variety is really, really impressive. Variety of music they have here.
Who do you like down there right now?
Here, they make you like a Los Angeles. They support each other here.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of support. I mean, it's like that also in Oregon too. Like your brother and I were talking. There's the music scene down there. Everybody's pretty supportive of one another too. In Oregon, yeah. People show up at all the same shows and the same bands play with each other. It's quite supportive. Yeah.
What local bands?
That's good.
What local bands are you listening to nowadays, Richard?
But basically, it's a cover band. No, it's a cover band now because people want to play indoors.
Yeah, but Richard, there's a lot of cover bands down there right now that do like tributes, right? There's a lot of
Right, yeah.
down where you are. There's a lot of tribute acts, isn't there? That's really big down there.
Yeah.
It's really big in Washington State.
Yeah, I know, because there's a Foo Fighters out there. You get David Bowie say, hey, we're not even dead yet, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because we're able to cover a thing, and it seems to be, the casino's one,
Yeah.
That's the big,
Yeah.
the big thing down there, yeah.
But the casinos down there, the casinos down there where you are in that area, you guys got a lot of interesting acts though. You got big acts too coming in, like you got big bands in their days. I mean, you've got Great White and all these other bands have been playing down there, like in casinos and stuff. I'm amazed, like some of the bands you guys, you get down to Night Ranger, like all these bands that used to be huge. They're playing the casinos, and I hear the casinos are just packed. They're sold right out, right?
Oh yeah.
So people still love it.
Sometimes they have like say you mentioned like Night Ring or something like that. They have called Darrington.
Okay.
And and they have a big light, and they have a party out there every summer.
Okay.
Some big acts go through there too, and it's beautiful out there. It's heading out, the Cascade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the casinos, you're right. I mean, it's like we did recently at the historical theater with cover band. When it was Wings and Things, which is a Paul McCartney cover band.
Oh, interesting.
And then we were, we were just a Beatle band, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. And it was a 2-act thing, and then.
That's pretty groovy.
It is.
The last place was, and this one really got me because there's called Zepparella. They were a female Led Zeppelin.
Yes, I remember about them. Yeah.
They've been around for a while.
Long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
I mean,
there's a lot of that going on, and it actually, it's fun to watch. It's fun to, these guys are pretty good.
And it's interesting that what's interesting is that kind of music is like that, all that time period of music that especially down in the States and all around here, that kind of stuff is like, worldwide I should say, that kind of music is like still being played a lot. A lot of people still go and see that kind of stuff and listen to those artists, right? I mean, they're still big.
50 years, think about that.
Oh yeah.
That's wow.
Some of those songs are like there 40, 50 years, which tells me something about the quality of the music.
Well, that's like we were talking to Tommy Stewart last week from Trooper, and how those guys got on the radio 50 years ago and just stayed on the radio. They're still on the radio right now.
Yeah, they never left, Richard. They never left.
At least here, at least in Canada.
And that's wild, isn't it? And then I would say...
Or Zeppelin, you hear them right now. They're on the radio today, guaranteed.
Yeah. Or the Beatles or anybody, the Stones. Sure. It's still being played, yeah. I know, it's very...
Yeah, they're still playing, too.
Yeah.
That's
That's for them.
that's the wild part, right? That's, you know, at their age, you're still going, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's still going. I don't know. I mean, there was recently, I mean, these guys like, you know, the Devil, you know, the members of the Who, the Stones, you know, you get, Paul McCartney still up and running. I mean, that's stamina, you know.
yeah,
And, you know, and the music speaks for itself. I mean, these guys, you know, and it's kind of nice that the next generation, you know, gets to, you know, so hear this and feel it, because, I mean, you know, that's pretty good when the music lasts that long. You know, it's got to be, you know, when the music lasts that long.
yeah, yeah.
And it makes an impact.
So why do you think, Richard? Here's a question I want to ask you. Why do you think? Because you know what Vancouver's like. Why do you think? I mean, I think I know the answer, but I mean, you live down there, so you know. So why do you think live music still has an impact down there compared to, say, up here? What do you think the reasons are? Because it just seems to be just so much more live venues of all kinds of styles of music going on in Washington State, Oregon, California. You know, I mean, I know that's the birthplace of you know, rock and roll, basically, right? And blues and jazz and funk and everything. And I don't know, is that the reason why? Is it more of a historical thing, or you think it's just a cultural thing? What do you think?
I think it's a cultural problem. I remember when, you know, when people live in LA, everybody said, oh, we're going to go to Los Angeles and do this, blah, 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 you know, and, you know, head to the music scene. And, you know, and then in Vancouver, you know, I mean, before Seattle, you know, everybody headed to Vancouver, you know, and, you know, because I remember even myself growing up, Vancouver had the best music scene, you know, and then theirs came in, you know, and then, of course, Seattle, you know, I mean, I was surprised because when I moved here, you know, I thought, you know, the music scene was, I mean, I heard the music scene was good here, but I thought it was, you know, all it died out, and it hadn't, obviously.
Yeah.
But, you know, and so I think they just kind of fixed, you know, because Vancouver was pretty big, and I remember, I mean, my growing up years were Vancouver, you know, Vancouver scene, when I was growing up, and there was, I know, places you could go, lots of places you go, and these were good bands, really good bands.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, it was just fun. And then, you know, Seattle didn't have it. Then Seattle had the, you know, and then, you know, like Los Angeles, you know, they had theirs, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, I think it kind of shifted around, because I thought it was, I just found out, you know, recently, I thought it was dying down here the last couple of years. And then, like I told you about the, you know, this weekend music, you know, so it spots the music scene in the Seattle area. And I didn't know it was going that strong, you know.
Yeah,
So
well,
it was,
yeah, I can tell, like, when I watch, you know, like, listen, well, not much so much watch, but listen to some of the radio stations down and across the line. I just noticed that you know, there's entertainment everywhere, right? You know, like it's just advertised everywhere. It just, you know, you don't get away from it. And, you know, and I think the difference is, like we're saying, it's more cultural down there, because people tend to want to go to somewhere where it's live. I mean, you know, where
Could be cost of living too.
yeah,
It's expensive here, right?
it could be. It could be. I mean, it's not that much cheaper down there though these days. I mean, that's changing.
You guys are close, but you also got a lot of casinos down here.
Yeah.
And I mean, these are nice rooms and stuff like that. And
Yes,
you know, there's
that's
never a
right.
lack of entertainment, because all the way up like the I-5 corridor, man, you guys,
Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Up to the border.
Well, you're right. I mean, there's tons of casinos all the way up and down between us and Seattle, and like I said, you've got everything in those shows. I mean, you've got everything. You've got all kinds of acts playing. You would not believe what you see in there. I mean, you've got a punk band, you've got a rock band, you've got blues bands, you've got country bands. You got, you know, like I've watched going down the I-5, and you look at the sign, and, you know, they have the big sign, and yeah, Dolly Parton's playing here. The next week, you've got, DOA playing there. Like, it's just like, and then you got like, you've got tribute to Pink Floyd. It just goes on, and it just like you go like, wow, it's just there's no end to what they're doing. It just it gets better and better.
Richard, Joe was telling me. Joe was telling me that you played in some punk rock bands.
Well, not actually punk rock, but I mean, it was, I played it sounded like punk rock, it was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But, I came up here, I started out, actually, when I got Seattle, I started out, it was a band called Trilogy.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those things that, had, guitar on the back, it was acoustical, started out acoustical.
Yeah.
And actually had a house band where it was it's a big restaurant and had a stage and we were the background and stuff. And it was vocal guitar and another guitar, and then it kind of got, bigger rooms, we needed other things, it really was a live piece, and it was basically, just top 40.
Yeah.
It was big top 40 stuff, and, you threw originals in, because I had a slew of originals, stuff you could, put 8 pieces of songs together. Oh, that'll make a good song. That kind of thing. And, you throw them in there, but, it was fun. It was nice to play. We were, it was like a small circuit. It was comfortable. That whole thing. And, I did that for years. And, and then, then finally got into, a bigger, different, group where you have it was more of a, how would you put it, progressive, more progressive.
Yeah.
And it was like a progressive classical mixed.
Oh, cool.
And and then finally, it was basically, it was kind of like the stage of the people that were in the band before me. We just played those things. Then kind of blended out. Kind of faded out instantly. And then so recently, I was recently, being 6 years ago, the whole city band,
Yeah. I like your acoustic thing though that you do too. I was telling Ash about it where you guys, when you come up here and play with us, it's so cool that you just like you jamming out stuff and it just carries you, right? It's really cool. It's like right on the fly. It's just like, let's play these chords.
The jam band.
Yeah, it's like a jam band. It's so cool. And you don't get...
it's an improv. It's an improv project.
Yeah.
That's cool, yeah.
What comes into our head.
Yeah. And when you play, you play up here, people really like it because they're going like, wow.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, we haven't heard stuff like this before, and when they're playing...
Yeah, man.
How cool that is.
Yeah.
We know some parts that we'll go here, but we take it, it's like a branches. We don't know what we're going to do next.
It's like Grateful...
And that's the fun part of it for us.
It's like Grateful Dead, right? You ever gone to a Grateful Dead concert? They start off with one song and it just goes on for hours, and it just keeps morphing and it keeps changing, and that's what people liked about them after a while. I went to a Grateful Dead concert. I didn't know what to expect, and then I wasn't a huge fan. I just wanted to go and get the experience of what they did, and after it, I says, I get it. I really get what's going on here, because they take you off on some tangent. And it just goes off, like you said, the branches go off here, the branches go off here, they go over here, and you tend to do the same sort of thing. It's kind of cool. And like I said, people, when we played at the Princeton, people really dug it. They go like, we really like these guys. It's not stuff that we're used to. It's not cutty cooked songs. You know what I mean? It's not like, there's no end or beginning to them all, right? And that's kind of cool.
I can give you a name, but this is the one, an improv band that you probably wouldn't think was an improv band.
Oh.
But Great Lake did an interview.
Okay, Great Lake.
And
Yeah.
asked where these songs came from. He says, we don't know. He just makes it up and we follow. And we don't know what we're going to do next. And then some of them, they kept on the same, on the same pattern.
Yeah.
You know, and they would work into, okay, we'll throw that into an album, you know, that kind of stuff. But that was all improv. They just made it up as they went. He said at the beginning, early, when it was just them.
Yeah.
Emerson and Palmer, you know, he says, and that's what it was kind of like, you know, and he says, if you notice, we're always, Carl and I were always just a little bit behind Keith, you know, because we didn't know where he was going to go. But we were, you know, proficient enough to, you know, stay with him.
So would you say that?
Yeah, that was,
Would you say that some of that stuff kind of rubbed off on you?
yeah, I mean, I loved Emerson and Palmer. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I just, you know, they were, I just dug them. You know, they were one of my favorite bands of the 70s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, but
They
I
were
had no
like that.
idea they were improv, you know. I mean, they had to throw in a vocal every now and then, but that was it, you know.
Yeah.
And, yeah, but they were really, for me, I mean, I thought they were just excellent musicians. You know, you had to be, to do what they did.
Yeah.
Honestly. But I also noticed that, this is just my own opinion, I also noticed that Carl Palmer, he did a solo, and then, you know, a day later, there was, I don't know if it was a rerun of Johnny Carson, but Buddy Rich was on there, and he was doing a solo on stage, what he did, you know, he was shot by Johnny Carson, and it was the same solo that Buddy Rich did, that Carl Palmer did, in one of the concerts, and I'm going, that was, you know, they were exact.
Wow.
A band of Buddy Rich, but Carl Palmer was.
Wow.
It was interesting, yeah, you know, and so yeah, so it took off from there, and I think, you know, it just, that was yeah, it was just fun to do, the whole improv thing is, because you don't know what's going to go, you don't know what's going to take you, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you have an idea, and you know, when you do something so that you got a little pattern or something you've done before, you know, you can always rest on that pattern, so you know, say, hey, let's go here.
Yeah. I think as musicians, I think that really is what you know, we probably look for. Like, I think Ash would agree too. I think we kind of look for like that where it takes you to another section, it takes you here and you go here. It's kind of inspirational how the songs get you there, right? You know, like I think that's better than it being cooked.
Yeah, when somebody comes in and goes, here's the ref, learn the ref, it goes like that. I mean, that has its place, I guess, but I like better is, wow, do that again, do that, I'll do this,
Yeah. And you just go, and you just go for it, yeah.
Way more fun.
Yeah.
Just jamming,
Yeah.
space jam.
Yeah, and, you know, and some of them started their songs, some of them, they just remain what they are. I don't think any of them that, like, we do it on Roman Theater, and we've done two of the same, you know, but, my memories aren't as good as they used to be.
Yeah. So, when you songwrite, I'm sure I asked you this before. When you songwrite, how do you go about songwriting? Do you just come up with some chords and then start forming the song, or do you?
I have a guitar in my head, you know, like a tone or a sequence in my head.
Okay.
And then I have it's kind of like a feeling, you know, of where I want to go. You know,
Okay.
it's like, it's hard to explain, but it's like, you know, we used to name them, actually name a song from what they, you know, where they came from, like, you know, so like I'm Out Stream or something like that, and they call that song Out Stream, because that's what it reminded me of as I was playing it.
Yeah.
You know, because it could, you know, sound, you know, it could even sound like rain or whatever like that, you know, rain coming in or stuff like that, but we would just, and then what I would do, you know, is just kind of stay along that, you know, wherever it took me, you know. I mean, I wouldn't be, you know, searching like each thing. I would just go from one area and then, you know, after, you know, take it up, take it down, take it sideways. I didn't know where it was going to go. You know, I mean, it kind of was a thought thing, you know, if you were kind of can't feel comfortable, the song was easy going, you know, if it was feeling agitated, the song got picked up, the tempo got bigger, you know, that whole thing, you know, it was fun to go on a little roller coaster, you know, and, you know, and sometimes just switch it up, you know, let's take this, and, you know, it's like putting down the accelerator, let's speed this up, let's take it back.
Yeah.
You know, you can do anything, you know, that kind of thing.
So what comes first? What comes first for you, the lyrics or the music? You think?
The music. It's a
Yeah.
it's an image. I see an image and I try to, what would the image sound like? I never know how to make
Oh,
sense.
so you go with the sounds, yeah.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah. And then you get the feeling from that, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of an image I see in, it's like you wouldn't have, a Christmas tree up, and, okay, and a snowdrift, and then playing, Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
So it would be, it's just something you kind of have an image and then I take it from there.
Right on. So what's happening? So you're going, like you said, you guys are doing more indoor shows right now.
I got a show up in Marysville. Yeah, we'll have a show down at Jazz Bones in Tacoma.
Oh.
Saturday 1st, 7 o'clock.
In Tacoma.
If you're in the area.
Yeah, if you're near.
Yeah.
Tacoma.
And I
No.
have a project up in Marysville, Washington.
I was going to ask you, where's Maryville?
So,
Where is Maryville, Washington?
Marysville is north of Everett.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's on the way back up, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the Jazz Bones, which is a really nice club. Been around a while. It's got some nostalgia in there. A lot of good acts. A lot of, the room's been around for a while. And
Yeah.
cool. Everybody's nice there. The food's great. Can't beat it.
You can't beat it, so it's a good gig.
When you coming back up here to see us?
Yeah, it's really nice people. Everybody's there to have a good time. And, like I say, I enjoy the food. And, all the waitresses are very nice. And that's a room, I think.
When are you going to come and visit us, Richard? Or is it Harvey? Is it Harvey keeping you away?
You'll be coming.
I'm retiring from a job that I used to do. So,
Yeah, you'll be coming up a little more, right? Yeah, you'll have more time to come up, and then and our dollar is going to drop, and you're going to make great money buying gear.
Well, we're going to be the 51st state. It's going to be great.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
That's what I hear.
What happens to the Gulf of America?
The Gulf of America. Crazy stuff. Oh wow. Well, it's nice talking to you, Richard. I haven't talked to you for a while. It's been great, and I appreciate you coming on and
Saving our show.
yeah, helping us out. And you're great. I mean, like you said, you're playing in Tacoma. When's the date for Tacoma?
Be Saturday the 1st.
February the 1st, Saturday. Yeah, in Tacoma.
Yeah.
And where's it at again?
And then, give me that. It's called Jazz Bones. It's in
Jazz Bones.
Jazz Bones.
Tacoma. The numbers for address are pretty much out of my head. But
That's okay.
Google that.
Yeah, Google that, and we're about, and
You're
then
in the area,
yeah, and then in Marysville on February what 1st?
That'll be I think it's Monday.
Monday.
I have to get
Third.
more information on that. I just heard about it myself.
Yeah.
A couple days ago.
On the 3rd.
On the 3rd. Okay, that would be cool. If you get a chance, you're down across the line. You had to catch Richard and his band, and they'll be playing, and you'll have a good time, right? I mean, there's nothing like going down to Washington and having some fun and having some good. Yeah. Yes. Why not?
People like the Beatles. They're quite popular.
Yes.
Yeah. And they don't have to sell any CDs either. They already got them.
You mean you're not getting any royalties?
No. We don't have the royalties, but we do have a T-shirt.
Because if you did, you might get sued. Paul.
Because that music's timeless.
You know what? You got to get Paul to sue you or Ringo, and then you guys will do really well. You get a lot
Yeah,
more.
there's the publicity. TMZ.
Then you'll be doing really well. All right, Richard. We'll see you soon, and then hopefully you come on up next time. We'll grab Ash and we go for a bite to eat when you come up.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Richard. Have a good evening.
Thanks, man. Stay warm.
All right.
Peace out.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Richard. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, that was the craziest thing we've ever done. That almost didn't work out, but
Hey, it worked
did.
out really well,
It did
actually.
work out,
It
yeah.
worked out. So that's Richard McCormick. He has a great band. He's always got 2 or 3 bands. He plays down in Washington State and Oregon, and he's done an odd show up here in Vancouver. When he's up here, check Richard out. He's a very talented musician. So
phone sounded a little fuzzy. We'll get him on the couch when he gets to town.
yeah, it'll be okay. It would be cool. Peace out, everybody. We'll see you in February.